This problem is based on blood relation in certain sense, but not completely. There are 7 members in a family. Each of them has a different profession from among doctor, teacher, lawyer, engineer, architect, chartered accountant, banker, and each of them earns a different income. There are 2 married couples in the family. So these three statements, or the first 3 statements, give generic info. Now coming to the fourth statement, in which it is given that R is a doctor and earns more than the engineers as well as lawyer. So first of all, try to identify the professions of the 7 person, and then we'll arrange these 7 person in term of their income. As after going statement fourth, we can say that it is talking about arrangement of their incomes as well. So R is doctor, but we do not know R gender. In statement fifth, it is given that T is married to chartered accountant and C earns least, which means T is a female member and C earns the least, which means earns the least, and C is married to chartered accountant, which means T is not chartered accountant. This can also be noted here. In statement sixth, it is given that no lady is either lawyer or engineer, which means T is neither lawyer nor engineer as well, and C could not be doctor also because R is the doctor. In statement seventh, it is given that Q, the teacher, earns less than P, the banker. So from here, T cannot be teacher and banker as well. So only profession left for T is architect. Now the remaining persons are S, V and W. In eighth statement, it is given that V is not a lawyer. From here, we can say that V is either engineer or CA, because we are left with 3 professions. These are engineer, CA and lawyer, but V is not a lawyer, so his profession could be either of engineer or CA. And in statement 7th, it is also given that W is married to Q, which means W cannot be architect, rather chartered accountant, because chartered accountant is married to T. So from here, W could be either lawyer or engineer, and S can take any of the remaining profession. These are lawyer, engineer and CA. Out of the 7 professions that we have, the person whose profession is architect earns the least. So this is at the leftmost position. Here we are arranging incomes in ascending order from left to right. Here it is given that doctor earns more than engineer as well as lawyer. And in statement 7th it is given that teacher earns less than banker and chartered accountant earns less than lawyer but more than banker. So it has to be teacher, then followed by chartered accountant, rather banker, then chartered accountant, and then lawyer and engineer, and finally doctor. So this is the arrangement of profession in term of income. Here we need to discuss the position of lawyer and engineer. We know that W, who is married to Q, earns more than S as well as P. We know that P is banker and Q is teacher. T is architecture, and the profession of W is lawyer or engineer, and it is also known that W earns more than S as well as P. So the position occupied by W in term of income has to be the third from the top or the second from the top. And if lawyer has to earn the second maximum amount, then this condition may get violated. Therefore engineer is the one who earns the second maximum amount and lawyer is the third, and the position occupied by or the profession which is W can have is of engineer or lawyer, and similarly the profession of V could be CA or engineer, and the position of S could be either of chartered accountant, lawyer or engineer. So this is the final arrangement, and the R is doctor. Now let's move to the questions. In the first question it is asking who earns the maximum in the family. It is R, whose profession is doctor. In the second question it is asking what is the P's position from the top when they are arranged in descending order of their income. From the arrangement it could be seen that it is fifth from the top. Therefore option D is the correct answer. What is the profession of V? As we have already discussed, profession of V could be either engineer or CA, which means given information is not sufficient to determine the profession of V uniquely. Hence option D is the correct answer. In the last question it is asking at least how many male members are there in the family. We know that W is a male and SUV, S and V are engineer, lawyer, or they can be chartered accountant, and the profession of, and these three professions are of male members. So there are at least three members in the family who are male, and these are S, V and W. Hence option B is the correct answer.